companies, corporations don't have to pay people enough. What I just read a statistic that said like working a 40-hour work week, that's not enough. Like it's not enough anymore.
No money.
Yes.
You know, and so that, you know, that's sad that we work 40. Her mom, I'm sure, was working. You got to work because to be in public housing, you have to show them that you're trying to stay there. You still have to make a payment towards something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but to work those hours and to know you got to do several other things to make ends meet. I've got to do that now. You know?
Yes.
And you know, if I could say this, she was a woman of faith.
Yes.
I don't even know how she was able to put two of my nieces through college. Their mom passed away when they were 2 years old, and she took care of them. She was 65 years old and having to become a mother all over again. My niece now is a licensed social worker. The other niece runs a restaurant, an upscale restaurant. And so I would say the faith.
Yes.
And one thing we had it back in the community, because I'm going to say this, if you got in a fight, she would say, go ahead and go and pray. And I'm like, Mommy, we got to come in the house and pray. Or, you know, if there was a lack, if it looked like it was a lack, she said, don't speak that. She's about that prosperity mindset.
So and poverty is a mindset.
It is.
Wow. It's a mindset.
When we talk financial literacy, as a matter of fact, mindset is the very first thing that we cover, because you are, and we talked about this as well. We work with the returning citizen community as well, in terms of Finland. We actually will be piloting, we want to pitch to pilot our program with Youth to Violence DC, but one of the things that we talked about is that it starts with mindset, because before you're able to apply any concepts that we teach you, you have to shift the brain. But it's a good thing, because the brain is like a rubber band. Once it's stretched, it can never go back to its original capacity, which is why she was crabbing, and she was, you know, you would never know too. I've been on my own since I was 14 years old. Right? So what I do is also tied to my own personal experiences and being able to show, and that's why I walk around with green hair even though I'm in finance, because I'm unapologetically, authentically who I am.
Right.
Even though I was at one point homeless, right? But showing that young man, that young woman, just like Dr. Stephanie, that it doesn't matter what you came from. The future that you decide is just that, your decision, so you can make the change and change that trajectory for your future.
Yes.
Wow.
I love that.
Let me say something for you, though, Stephanie.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't? All right. So,
Wow.
I couldn't help
If I could share this, I'm so grateful and I'm blessed to be sitting in the middle of between these two powerful business owners. You know, the last 7 years I worked for the DC government. I was a public servant.
Yes.
And many of the people said to me or have asked me, what made you successful? I was working in a program called Rapid Rehousing. And that's with Rapid Rehousing right there on 2100 Martin Luther King. My assignment, that wasn't my original assignment. My original assignment was workforce development. I had the responsibility to meet and network with all of the different, I would say, entrepreneurs or business owners. And then I had to coordinate, I had to coordinate career fairs, and I had to pre-screen individuals. But the work I've done in Baltimore helped me to do the work for DC. So oftentimes I had to go into houses that folks would say, well, are you crazy? Or how can you do that? And then how do you know resources? Baltimore has really prepared me. I always say that if you were born in Baltimore and you were blessed to have some of the teachers I've had, then you're well-rounded. So I was one of the top, top successful rapid rehousing case manager, where I was able to get those who were on my caseload, the majority of those on my caseload, to be able to pay market rent. And it came to the point that management was saying, had to interview them. What did Stephanie do? What did she say to you that now you went from paying $30 a month that now you're able to pay $1,700? So I worked on the mindset. And then also I used my life experience to let them know that no, I'm not better than you, nor do I think that I have more than you. I'm here to be transparent. If you want it, help me to help you. So I want to say that I'm grateful for Baltimore, and that is why I still come back and serve. I've moved from Baltimore in December of 2008, and people still believe that I still live here because I still serve.
It's so funny. People think that I'm from Baltimore as well, because a lot of what I do is actively in Baltimore, like the contract with Baltimore. I'm who's who in Black Baltimore honoree. Like I'm always, but like you said, it's just a different. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my city. I love my city. I'm a Washingtonian for sure. And originally Prince George's County, pretty girl county. I have to, but I do believe there's a different level or requirement of grit and grind and faith that is required. So I have a different level of respect for people that are from Baltimore. So I definitely appreciate you sharing that for sure.
Yes. What I'm loving that you guys are sharing some of your background, because when you guys came into the studio, I can tell you guys were well educated. I was noticing the green hair, girl. I was feeling it. You guys are, I can tell that, you've been through some things, and you're moving forward in education and educating people. I can tell that. But you never can tell a person's background, because a lot of people who are out here listening today, we don't know their background. And I know someone told me that at 14 they left home because there were things going on in their home, and I could not conceive a 14-year-old child being able to go out in the street and actually survive.
Yeah.
So when you just said share that with me, I instantly I said, well, I can tell you've probably been through some stuff to get where you are today. See, she haven't given me over here. She haven't given Giselle haven't given me, the lowdown, because I'm about to get the lowdown from Giselle too. Because I think that it's very important that people understand where we come from. So Giselle, I'm gonna give you an opportunity.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Where are you from?
Yeah, so I am originally from Louisiana. So if we getting real specific, I'm from Plaquemines Parish, which is the toe part. So just think about an hour outside of New Orleans city limits.
Okay.
But that's where I grew up from. And it really wasn't until 2022 that I left. So I'm new to Washington, D.C. So just to give a little background, I come from a two-parent household. In Louisiana, it's a two-parent household is like extremely common, especially in the suburbs and the countryside. Like that's it. People might have things going on in their home, but ain't nobody talking about it. But I'm one of the blessed ones where I genuinely come from a good two-parent household, and I say that because it's kind of why I moved the way I move, why I say like I'm not having kids till a certain, like it's things like that, because my mother was pregnant at 16 years old with my oldest brother. So the mindset that I have comes from my mother having gone through poverty and going through therapy to ensure that when she had a daughter, I didn't start from where she started from. And now I'm saying when I have a daughter, she's not going to start from where I started from, which was a significant jump from, like I said, where my mother started from and my grandmother. But my parents are still together, married for 37 years now. And so I see them as much as I can. And then I will say that I'm also a first generation college student. So yeah, my mom has her GED, everybody finished high school, but I'm the first to go to college. And I only went to college because after Hurricane Katrina, my family lost everything. So we lost everything during Katrina. I was 12 years old at the time. That was in 2005. So we just embarked on the 20th anniversary of Katrina. And I still can't believe that it's 20 years, because what I do now was so heavily impacted by Hurricane Katrina. What kept me safe, Katrina, because we ended up in a dome, so there's the Superdome. A lot of people went. My family, we waited till the last minute to leave, because we're used to hurricanes down there, right? So we like, oh, another storm. Yes. Well, this was not just another storm. So we waited to the last minute where they were like knocking on the door saying, y'all have to get out of here. But when you got out of there, all the hotels were taken. We're the last. So we don't have a choice but to go in a community room with thousands of other families. And I remember the trauma of being in there. We were there for 3 days. My grandfather is a pastor. So my grandfather had a church connection. We lived in a church shelter for 3 months. My family as a unit, it was like 12 of us. They gave us a room in a church, and 12 of us lived in that church for 3 months. Wow. To keep us off of what was happening, because we're still children. So to keep the children off of what is going on, they were able to let us wear our uniforms that we had from our old schools. They let us put those uniforms on, and they put us in a school system out in Lafayette, Louisiana, where we were at the time. And so at that school, they got me involved in extracurricular activities and programming, right? And so we would be gone all day, all night, just doing things, different families taking us to the mall, saying, hey, you got $20, spend it here, putting us around other kids, keeping our, so at some point it felt like
That's
a
beautiful.
long vacation to
That's
me.
beautiful.
Not really, it wasn't until we moved back to Plaquemines Parish that I realized, oh, like we have nothing. Like, and I was a princess. Like, I had, you know, my own room decorated how I wanted. Like, we weren't lacking for anything. Our mortgage was paid off. Talk about building wealth. Like, my parents' mortgage was paid off. We had to start over. So they had to, the insurance companies doesn't pay enough, right? So you never get what you, especially for a paid off house. My parents had dropped the insurance amount because it was paid off. So we had to get a new house, new mortgage, and so the money they were putting aside, what they had saved, we had to spend it all. So when it came time for me to grow up, it was kind of like, what are you gonna do? After Hurricane Katrina, we had Teach for America. Y'all heard Teach for America?
Yeah.
They put a lot of those teachers from all over the country into the schools of New Orleans. So now I'm in Orleans Parish going to school. One woman, I always shout her out, Aaliyah Batia. She was a Georgetown and a Harvard graduate. She would tutor me every Saturday. I was terrible at math. She was my math teacher. She would tutor me every Saturday at the PJ's Coffee right up the street from the school. But my parents made that commitment to drive me every Saturday morning to that PJ's Coffee to get tutoring on a subject that I was lacking in.
That's great.
Yeah, and so I just remember programming, resources, people showing up for me, but my parents also showing up to, yeah, they were like, we don't know what to do, but we know you have something special. People tell us that you're special, so we're gonna just try, like, and do whatever they're telling us to do because we don't know, like, what to do with you, right?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Now, what was the first thing that came to your mind when you went back to see your home after Hurricane Katrina?
You know what? I think we were just crying. I'm just being honest. Like,
What did you see?
Well, so the house was it was moved out of our yard and split in half into, so by the way, another thing just for context, our street was our entire family. So my whole family lived on one street. So my house was picked up, split in half, and put on top of my mother's nanny in Pirain. It was on their house. And so when you go there, one, your house is not in your yard, and then two, when you go in, you just see snake shell, like skin, shedded skin, you know, because we have a lot of wildlife where we live. We're in there are trees surrounding our neighborhood, and so you just see like dead animals, wildlife, like all your stuff just dusty, corroded with like mud and dirt. It's nothing. It's just you see all of your stuff turned into ashes and dust and nothingness, pretty much. Yeah, so it was very interesting to see. I can vividly see the pictures, and we had photos of it as well. So yeah.
If I can interject, what's interesting is that the uniqueness of what you have shared, because I was sharing earlier, and I had no idea that I was going to share this, that my father, he was a chef, and he was a merchant seaman. In New Orleans. He had he born and raised in New Orleans. So I had 4 siblings on my mother's side, right? And in Baltimore, and I had 4 siblings on my father's side. So I remember when the call came in, and because I had just encouraged him to relocate from New Orleans to Maryland, to Baltimore. I said, be a chef here. And I was trying to encourage him to open up a restaurant. But what's interesting is he didn't open up the restaurant, but he was my chef for when I had networking events. I was having events called Face-to-Face Network. When God spoke to Moses, he spoke to Moses face-to-face, as a man speaking unto a friend. So it was a scripture that my mother had given me. She was telling me the power of networking when you connect and networking. But he received a call about that one of his grandchildren, which was my niece, was missing, and it took several weeks for them to find the little girl. and she got separated from my little niece, my other niece. But what's also I found out, because I would travel from time to time there to do for Thanksgiving for the Battle of the Bands.
Oh yes, okay.
Yes, to see Grandma and the
Yes.
Southern. And so I just felt like, okay, God, you gave me a uniqueness because I had this family in Baltimore, then I had this family in Louisiana. So my brother, who's a forensic psychiatrist,
Wow.
he moved from, he got displaced, a lot of them,
Yes, we
to
got
Texas.
displaced, yes.
So I found that half of my siblings went to Texas. They're
Yep.
still in Texas.
Wow.
The other, so 2 are there in Texas. The psychiatrist and the other, my other sister was an entrepreneur. Then the other 2 siblings was the merchant seaman and the she's assistant principal / teacher. She stayed there, but I've always said, God, how can I give back? And so, hearing what you're saying about the 20th year, this is the power of the network. See what God has done, brought us together.
Yes.
And that's what networking does.
Yes.
Makes
And I
a
love
network.
it. I love it because I love that I've dug a little deeper to know who's sitting in the room. And we're gonna shout out to Glenn over there. Hey,
Hey, how y'all doing?
Guys, he doesn't-
Hey, each one support one, each one teach one.
He doesn't have a mic, guys, so he's over there like he can't wait to say something. But don't worry, Glenn, I'm gonna give you your
Of
time.
course I have it.
But I love that first off, you guys are from different backgrounds, but you came together, you're coming together on a networking event. But of course, it doesn't stop there.
Right.
Because each one of you have your own business. You're entrepreneurs, business owners, building your empire individually. You're educated, and I think that God is telling me, as us as a group, we can do something more powerful
Absolutely.
together.
I always say we're stronger together.
Yes, yes. Because a lot of times as women, we don't get a chance to actually network together because for some reason women are intimidated because we're always trying to be that person, that breadwinner, that person. You got to get your own education. You got to do all of these things, and you never know what another woman is thinking or trying to bring you down because of course, it's few men in the world. Sorry, Glenn. I'm talking about you guys. But it's a struggle for a woman these days to be able to raise a family, be able to feel that security, be able to understand that this is going to last forever. When so many people are in divorce. I'm divorced. So when you go and you have that white picket fence, this is what we work on all of our lives to get to this point in life. And then all of a sudden you turn around and you're like, well, wait a minute. I'm here at my own new house or new apartment or wherever I am, but I'm alone. But I'm still going to do what I have to do. So I have to now rebuild because you don't find yourself rebuilding again.
Yes.
So a lot of us experience that, and I don't know your stories behind that, but I can see the pain, girl. I see the pain over here.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of times that's why we don't trust and we don't come together on one accord when we have so many wonderful things we can bring to the table. So but I'm just sensing this while I'm talking to you guys, and it's something you said that people came in the public housing projects and they actually took some kids out and did some things with. And for some reason that just stuck with me because we don't get a chance to actually go and grab. I have a school, but in our school we have kids from all over, but sometimes you have to target areas.
That's right.
To say I need to go grab some of these kids because we are the product.
Yes,
So I
yes.
also
that.
sit on the
Yes.
board of a
Yes.
nonprofit called the Pink House Group, and we directly serve at-risk and unhoused youth. So this is a part of what I love to do, and I believe it was interesting that you said a lot of times, there's a lack in collaboration because of the competition. I believe there's nothing wrong with competing if you change the mindset. We can compete to complete, right? Because each of us has a different gift, a uniqueness that we have to bring to the table, right? And if we all have a common goal that may look different for each of us, but if we collectively can compete to complete that goal, we eliminate the negative connotation that is commonly associated with competition.
Yes, I like that.
Yes.
And I know you were about to say something. She changed your train of thought real quick.
Oh,
No, because I see you were about to grab the mic.
No, you back. Go ahead.
you were speaking to me, right?
Yes.
It resonated with me when you had mentioned about divorce. And one of the things that I discovered was, my networking gift or ability had opened up many doors because I too have been divorced, right?
Okay.
And what's interesting, I'll never forget, not one time, but 2 times. I'm a 2-timer that have been divorced. But what I had found out was that I was supposed to go through that. I don't know if that sound like will make sense, but I'm a midwife, right? I help people give birth to what God has placed
Oh my
inside
God,
of
you're
them.
a midwife as well.
This lady is.
And when I say a midwife, not the natural midwife, but a spiritual midwife to help people to birth what God placed in them.
Okay.
Back in 2001, September 23rd, 2001, I almost lost my life in a complicated pregnancy. And that ex-husband, I'm grateful that he was able to say, no, GBMC, do not release her because she's hemorrhaging, right? And so I asked God when I was on my bed of affliction, if you spare my life, I'll help people to birth what you have placed inside of them. And I will connect them to various resources.
Wow.
I don't care if the person is, I'm just saying, giving out some things. I don't care if the person's drug addict, whoremonger. I don't care what that is. I will not look at people. Just save me. Don't let me die in this hospital. And so it's interesting that every September I start thinking about that vow when I almost died, right? And then in October I really start getting connected with more fruitful individuals. And so I had to think on it that, you know what, that ex-husband, he served a purpose.
Yes.
And I served the purpose of giving him the various resources. And I'll never forget when I told him, I said, and I know it sounds weird and strange, but I said that I believe I came into your life, but not permanently. And I said that there's going to be a woman that's going to come into your life and bless you with other children. Because mind you, I almost died in giving birth to my child that passed away 20 minutes later. So I'll never forget that this ex-husband calls me and prayed for me. He said, Stephanie, I desire that God bless your womb, that you will one day give birth to a child. He says this to me in April of 2011. I got blessed May 2011 to be blessed with with Kevin. And through the networking, the power of networking, as we're talking about capital connections, power of networking, right? My doctor, OBGYN doctor, became my doctor because we networked, right?
Yes.
So when I found out that May 2011, oh my gosh, something is not right? Then this OBGYN physician was like, okay, well, come see me, but I wouldn't. So God used the other ex-husband, right? And you probably said, how many? I think I only about 5. No, I only got 2.
I'm weak.
I feel like about 5.
Working on 3.
But no, but only 2. But I've been in it for about 14, 15 years. That's a not long story. Women, we stay stuck. We stay in stuff when we know it's to be dissolved, right? But all in sum, God used him to be able to say, Stephanie, you have insurance. Use your insurance. Call the OBGYN physician and let her know. So I say all this to say that, some things have happened where I felt that I had helped push these men into another level. But God was letting me know that's your purpose in life.
Yes.
Like whether it been the ex-husbands or whether it been a neighbor or whether it been a classmate, you are to be the inspiration. You are to be the voice to encourage and inspire.
Yes.
If you see a gift on a person, you know what? You have an amazing gift. If you know a person needs a free tuition, I've helped send a lot of people to go to college for free because I knew about the resource. So that tying in about the money strategies, there are ways that you can save money because if you tap into scholarships or so
Yes.
forth. So I just sat here thinking, as you said that, because I said, God, in this season, I want, and it sounds strange, but I want the ex-husbands to be proud, like, wow, Stephanie was once mine,
That's
but
right.
she's not mine now.
Mm.
But she is now doing and living up the dreams.
Yes.
So we have to learn how to turn the negative into positive.
I love that. And I think that's what you're saying is true, because basically, and I see her finger go up just now. So go ahead, put it over with her. But basically, everyone comes in your life for a reason.
Yeah.
Reason.
It's a reason and it's a season. So it's not a mistake that it happened or where I am today, because I literally, if I didn't, I wouldn't went into TV, radio, or anything if I didn't have that chance to get out here. And now this is my ministry.
Yes, it is.
So I say that on that. So go ahead.
No,
Go ahead, Giselle.
I just want to touch on exactly what she's saying, like, because she was saying, we stay in things basically that are no longer serving us. And that comes out of shame, out of like caring about what other people think about us. But it's like what I've learned and what I'm learning, because this is something we all care to a certain degree about what other people think about us, but it's like, dang, what I'm learning is everybody got something going on.
Yes.
So why walk around carrying that burden? Like I say, I'm grateful because I genuinely come from a 2-parent household where my parents love each other. But sometimes divorce is the best thing for your children to see what love looks like. You can still be a family unit, but separated. Co-parenting is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I just love that you're sharing that, and that you didn't feel like you had to stay in it even longer, because what comes out of that, you're really like blessing a nation, what came out of those lived experiences. And I also want to say that something that I live by is that when something doesn't work out the way I think it's supposed to work out, like I don't lose in anything that I do. I learn a lesson. Everything is a lesson, right? It's either a lesson or it's a blessing. But either way, I'm grateful for everything that has shaped me into who I am today.
I like that.
So,
So if it's a lesson or a blessing.
yeah.
And I like that, because a lot of people are very ashamed of that they had to go through a divorce. They're ashamed. They don't want people to talk about it. I mean, I know people that really are so hung up, like, don't let them know. But listen, it's a part of life.
Absolutely.
We go through it.
Yes.
We learn to take that and go to if it's not a lesson, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What were you getting ready to say?
I was gonna say not segueing, but adding to that, I had done I was doing mock interviews at my old high school, Carlson High School, and one of the young ladies that I was interviewing, who I remain a mentor for to this day as a result of this interview, she asked me a question, and she said, how do you handle when you were really looking forward to something and it doesn't work out for you, right? Or you were expecting something and you don't get it, or you lose something, right? Basically combined all that into one question.
Yes.
And I said, it's a really great question that you asked. And I said, honestly, I had to change my mindset, right? Because a lot, I'm bringing this from the conversation you guys spoke about divorce and staying in stuff that for too long when you know it doesn't serve you. We can apply this to just about anything, right? And so I told her, instead of me looking at a situation when I feel like it was supposed to be for me, or I feel like I may have lost out on something, or something was taken away from me, I start by thanking my higher power. I thank God, because I feel like he's either preparing me for something or protecting me from something.
Yes.
So I thank him. So I told her that, and she was so receptive, and I feel like that's really my approach on it now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I may have thought it was for me, right? But now I got to change that perspective and thank God for either what he's preparing me for or what he protected me from.
Yes.
Well, one thing I must say is God protects you from seen and unseen danger. So the unseen danger is what we don't know about.
That's right.
So when if you go left when you want to go right and you wind up going left because he guided you into that path, that's because it's the unseen danger that he's protecting you from. So a lot of people feel like, oh, it's a car in front of me, he's driving so slow, and I'm blowing my horn because he knows there's an accident 2 miles down the road.
I got chills when you said that.
Yes, so a lot of times people just don't understand the unseen danger.
Right.
So understand that everything is for a reason.
Yes.
So why are we even here today and we're talking about it? Because we're talking about an event. But all in all, we all got a story.
Yes.
And I'm always looking for people who are going to help others, because that's why God gave me this platform. I never know who's going to come this way. Now, shout out to Glenn, because Glenn brought you guys.
Shout out to
Glenn. Shout out to Glenn.
Thank you.
Yes, we're going to
Thank
give you your props over
Thank you.
there.
Thank you.
But I do appreciate you, Glenn. So I'll definitely, we're going to talk more, because, you know, we're going to get over here and talk about who Glenn really is, you know, because I know you got a story.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. I'm playing with you. But I'm glad to bring you guys together. So what you guys are coming together for the Capital Connection, a networking event. Now you guys gave a title, what you bring to the table. Once more, give me the title and what they are to expect from you.
Yes.
Go
So
first.
I'm Dr. Darbencia Warren. I'm the CEO and founder of Core DMV, who is the host of the event, Capital Connections, Empowering Minority Businesses. So that's what you can expect. That event is not about me. It's not about Core DMV. It's about bridging the gap between overlooked access to capital or capital resources and small businesses that need them.
And give us your social media, any phone numbers of anything, how we can support and what you're doing.
Thank you. Absolutely. You guys can find me on all social media platforms at Darbencia. I'm going to spell it for you because I know you've never heard it before. And that's DARB like Victor, IN like Nancy, CIA. You can find us on the web at themoneychick.com. That is without the K, the Money Chick and the Money Chic. Yeah, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask us, you can call us directly at 301-246-2022. And hopefully we'll see you guys there at the event next week.
Awesome.
All right, so my name is Dr. Stephanie Poplar. Again, I'm one of the facilitators. I'll be talking about strategies, how you can save. It's all about being a wise consumer. And I believe that when you can obtain more knowledge, then you could do better. So I want to be able to disseminate all types of resources and strategies in hopes that individuals will save some money.
Awesome. And give me your social media and how we can support you.
Yes, my social media is Poplar, Poplar, Best, BEST Resource. Poplar Best Resource on Instagram. Also, I can be found on, TikTok? She Wins You. She Wins You. I have an initiative called She Wins University. So those are the two platforms. Last but not least, on Facebook, Stephanie Poplar. How you can support me is share with others that if they need information or resources, they need to come out to Capital Connections on October the 23rd on my 52nd birthday.
Woo!
Yes.
Wow. I love it. So you're going to party out. We're going to
Oh,
pop
yes.
music up.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
That's what's up.
I love that. Hi everyone. Once again, my name is KSAL Regis. I'm the proud owner of Regis Consulting, where we specialize in strategic planning, workforce development, and capacity building. You can find me on Instagram at Regis_consulting. That's RAGAS_consulting or RegisConsulting.com.
Awesome, awesome. So guys, I love what you're doing. You guys are building your empire, you're doing your thing. But before you leave, are you familiar with the KSAL Pal? You guys are
Find out.
Type us in.
Okay, so it's full of blessings. So first you gotta rub your hands together with some swag. Let's see whether they got swag, y'all. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm so
I think they got a little something going on, guys. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now wind it up like this.
Okay.
Oh, that's how y'all
Okay.
That's how you bring it in. Oh, bring it in.
Okay.
Oh,
Matrix.
Matrix.
Okay.
One more time. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, KSAL.
KSAL Regis.
Stephanie Poplar.
Dr. Darbencia Warren.
Oh, and Glenn Frazier.
And guys, we are out.
Already.
Holla.
Awesome. Now you guys gotta all do a drop.
Okay.
Okay,
course.
so
Drop.
okay.
What I was going to ask you to do for
You
Capital
supposed to drop to
Connections.
the floor, drop, stop the rolls. Like,
It's basically like a recorded video promoting what you're doing.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the show. And
she
stuff.
got it. So
Yeah.
it's be, hey, this is Giselle, blah, blah, blah. And you've been listening to the KSAL Show.
Okay.
Okay, so each one of you do your
Okay.
own individual, because we don't play that at any time on the radio. ready.
Okay.
Ready?
What's up, y'all? This your girl Trizelle, and I was live at KSAL. No, I gotta do it again.
You doing it like it's now because she gonna play it anytime.
You've been listening to the KSAL show.
Okay, I've been listening to the KSAL show.
You, telling them.
Telling them you've been listening to the KSAL show. So your name, your company's name,
right?
And even if you want to throw your social media out there, you can. A little advertisement or whatever.
That's too much for me.
And okay, just let you know.
KSAL show.
And you've been listening to the KSAL show.
I got this. What's up, everybody? This is your girl Trizelle, and you've been listening to the KSAL show. I'm gonna look at it when I say it. Well, let me do a repeat. What's up, everybody? This is your girl Trizelle, and you've been listening to the KSAL show.
Exactly.
Hey, family. This is Dr. Stephanie Poplar, and you have been listening to the KSAL Show.
Oh, I like it.
Hey, everyone. It's your girl, Dr. Darvencia Warren, the money chick, and you've been listening to that #1 KSAL show.
Wow.
Awesome. Go ahead, Glenn. Get it in.
Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Linda Frazier, and you've been listening to the KSAL Show.
I love that. Okay.
I
If y'all can't tell, this is new to me.
No,
Okay,
it's new to me too, girl. Trust me.
Y'all did. Hey, listen. Y'all did fabulous.
Wait a minute.
I just learned the word drop last year. So.
Trizelle, she
Y'all
gonna
did
say, I
fabulous.
don't know what it is. Hey, girl, that's your chest.
Sounded like she been doing this for years, a decade.
Hey, she
Okay,
definitely did.
it's your girl, and I've been doing radio
Definitely did. That's
forever.
why I say y'all did great. Y'all
If you
did
have
great.
that gift for gab, you got that.
Exactly. Exactly.
I was like,
Man.
wait a minute.
Definitely.
Okay, this was
Definitely.
good. So now, see, we already know about each other.
Yeah.
So when we travel into the to do TV, now we're there. We already there. So,
I have a call.
What time
okay,
is it?
7.
so you need a
6:52.
room to like do. Is it a call or
Yeah, it's a call.
I have a Zoom at 7:15 too. My
Okay.
board meeting.
What
yeah,
time
so
is it?
so
It's
if
at
it-
7:15. Oh, it's 6:15.
It's 6:52 right now. I got a 7. She got a 7:15.
So look, the TV is the last verse, of course, the last part.
Right.
TV. Do y'all want to go ahead and take the call?
Her thing is at 7:15. I could probably make mine from 7 to 7:30. If she's gonna hop on hers at 7:15. If she could do it, I don't know if she had to do it the whole time.
Yeah, so what I can do is, because I think I shared with you that I was going to let them know that I had an obligation. So I'll hop on, provide my update, and then
I hope y'all hear me. Yes.
oh, let me see, can I get Kayla's phone number? Oh, we still live?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can just
All right,
Google
guys.
Kayla's. Let's Google Kayla. Kayla's
Hold up.
seafood.
No,
You can stay live if you want.
No, we're gonna shut down for a second because we still
Okay,
got
so let
time.
me say bye.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. This was an awesome interview. Some wonderful ladies, networking, girl power.
Tell them we'll be back.
So listen, what am I telling them?
We'll be back.
Oh,